The Democratic National Convention here in Chicago, less than 3 weeks away, and some homeowners could benefit long after the political party leaves town.
Investigator Dorothy Tucker tells us what this new investment idea is all about and how much money is up for grabs.
Crews are clipping, cleaning, beautifying the city like a young girl prepping for the prom. The last time the city rolled out the red, white, and blue carpet like this?
Jubilant, awash in color in what looked to be moonbeams coming down from the ceiling.
The Democratic National Convention, 1996.
It's a great opportunity for our city.
Then Mayor Richard M. Daley spent tens of millions of dollars.
Some workers were still on the job this evening on West Randolph,
Sprucing up the city, especially the near west side.
People came out.
A much younger me covered the 96 convention.
Everywhere you look, there are new plants, new trees, and new wrought iron fences.
As I reported back then, the aim of the facelift? To attract new investors, new businesses, young renters. 30 years later, one could argue it worked. With a median income of $130,000 and property values close to $500,000, a portion of the once struggling near West Side, now known as the West Loop, is one of the hottest neighborhoods in Chicago.
It gave us a lot more exposure, but mostly east of Ashland.
27th Ward Alderman Walter Burnett was elected right before the 96th convention.
Now the goal is to bring all of those things west of Ashland.
That's not a far-fetched forecast because there's new construction on almost every block from Ashland to Western.
I'm trying to make sure that the folks who want to stay in the community be able to fix their property up and make them look just as nice as the new houses that's being built around them. And so that's why we're trying to utilize the TIF-NIP.
What's a TIF-NIP? A long title that basically means qualifying homeowners can get something that sounds too good to be true, but in this case, it really is true.
It is free money.
That's what she said.
We in the community are sometimes very suspicious of things that are quote unquote free, but this is actually free.
Dolores Cole got free money that she didn't have to pay back 10 years ago when she was in between jobs and qualified for a NIP grant.
I got $17,000.
To address the flooding in her West Side home.
This space, all of this was just dirt.
So when it rained,
my basement became a swimming pool.
Contractors installed new gutters and built a beautiful patio.
So now when we have those torrential rains, it pitches out into the yard.
Now, you know it's not that easy to qualify for free money. There's a process and a profile.
There's older people who've had their house for a long time, but they can't afford, to do all the things that they need to do. Or the young people who have inherited their parents' home. They inherited a home but don't have money to fix it up.
Generally, we have more applicants than the number of grants that would be available.
Anthony Simpkins is CEO of Neighborhood Housing Services.
So we would generally hold a lottery.
His organization decides who gets the grants.
A house has to be located within the TIF district.
2016 was the last time the city provided neighborhood grants for this area. It was considered a small fund. 21 people applied, 5 were approved. The maximum given, $17,000.
Now, I don't know what the exact amount is this time, but it can be as much as, I think, $30,000 that they can get to fix up something.
As you can see here along the inside, that's starting to deteriorate.
Jimmy Williams would welcome some help.
When you're on a fixed income, you can only do what you can do. And any money that's out there available, I would definitely use it.
When residents like that start fixing up their property, it attracts other developments to happen. That brings other economic opportunities for the community.
Dorothy Tucker, CBS News Chicago investigators.
It will be months before any grant program is up and running. Alderman Burnett says planners have a few details to work out, but they're busy right now with the DNC. They will focus on it after the convention is over.
I hope that's a long line because it's a lot of money. What a great idea.
You can do a lot with
program.
that.
Yeah.